There is always something special happening in our communities, and Wish TV is committed to shining the spotlight on those who are making a difference. From the All Indiana Podcast Network and Wish TV, this is Behind the Eight with Wish TV's entertainment insider, McKinzie Roth.
I'm McKinzie Roth, entertainment insider here at Wish TV. Breaking news. So I had to pull in Alexis Rogers. Alexis, thanks for being with us for this Behind the Eight. Please lay down what exactly has gone on.
It's been a crazy 24 hours.
Yeah.
Our newsroom has been working on this since late last night. This all happened right after 11 o'clock, so right after our newscast. That's when our crews were kind of switching it up. I know that they called in quite a few people from the morning show to come in early to try to see what was happening. And our crew was awesome of trying to just get as much information out to Indianapolis as we possibly could. And at this point, what we know is a gunman fatally shot 8 people late on Thursday night at a Fedex facility near the Indianapolis International Airport before he killed himself. Now, IMPD has not revealed the gunman. There's still a lot of work to do as far as figuring that out. I mean, it's literally changing by the moment.
What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot, especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Allie Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
We were on air for 9 hours straight, just about.
That's what folks want to know when something happens, because we are like the rest of we are sleeping, or when something or something happens, and then we pop up and they want to know step by step behind the eight what happens when a fatal shooting of this magnitude that's obviously catching worldwide attention, what happens behind the scenes.
So I think this is when you really understand the character of a newsroom and what we focus on. I mean, we believe in people first journalism here, but also there's a lot of fact checking that has to happen
of course,
in a very quick way, right? So, of course, we hear what's happening on the scanners. We go there, we see. So first of all, it's like all 5 of our senses, right? So we had multiple reporters on the scene. They're seeing what's happening. They're sharing that with you, right? As they're seeing what's happening, that's also when they're making these calls to figure out, okay, what's happening in the places that I cannot see, right? As the morning goes on, all of a sudden other people are wondering, families are coming in, they're asking questions about their loved one because they're not getting the answers that they need because there's an entire investigation. We have multiple agencies working at one time. So when that happens, things just information doesn't come as quick as other people might want it, right?
Absolutely.
And so they're holding on to us, they're tweeting at us, they're Instagramming at us, because we know that more than 100 different countries were watching on our air or online trying to figure out what in the world is happening in Indianapolis, right? So that's the reality of a lot of the things that are going on, before you even see us hit a camera, right? Or hit air, right? So I know I watched Katie Wisely and Nina Criscolo. They were doing an amazing job. Brenna Donnelly out there just trying to talk to people, talking to workers who happen to be, for all intensive purposes, in a better place at a better time. They heard shots. They just were not in a situation where they saw things that were happening, but one even said he saw a body. So, this is going to be a big deal. I talked to a chaplain just really a few moments ago. And he's been the Colts chaplain for the last 30 years. He was a police officer for many years. He's done this a lot of times. And he said, Alexis, you have to understand that people, you can't rationalize something like this.
Absolutely not.
And so when you start to talk about being behind the eight, right, and behind what we do, our job isn't to rationalize it. We're just trying to bring you as many perspectives so that way you can understand the moment.
The facts. And that's why we have to have everything verified. So nothing slips out that is not 100% confirmed.
Absolutely, because things evolve, right?
Right.
So maybe we thought one thing and now we're learning about the next. The evolution of this thing is quite frankly at a rapid pace, right?
Okay.
What
Yeah.
we knew at 11 o'clock last night will be very different than what we'll know at 11 o'clock the following night and the following night.
Exactly.
So that's what our job is right now. And that's what a lot of people are really working hard, trying to make sure that they're talking to the right people, that they're understanding timelines. We're also a public service. We're here to help. So a lot of families right now are looking for our tweets, looking for our reports to know what's happening with their family members. Understand thousands of people worked at this plant, right? The FBI has a job to do. The state police have a job to do. IPD has a job to do. The coroner's office has a job to do. Matter of fact, they said that, what time is it now? I mean, it's been more than 12 hours and the coroner's office still has not been able to get on property to identify who has passed away.
Now, why is it taking that long?
And that's an honest question, right? Especially for folks all over Indiana. And what the coroner's office explained to us in a media conference that wasn't too long ago was that there are certain qualifications that the state of Indiana has. Our own Richard Essex asked the FBI and the coroner, well, doesn't everyone have name tags on?
Right.
And that's a start, but they have to get DNA evidence. Family has to be able to identify dental records. I mean, there are steps involved to try to make sure everything is as accurate as possible. The White House has reached out to city leaders, to state leaders. So, I mean, the world is watching, and this will be going on for a while here. But I think a lot of people are praying for the city, praying for those who were involved. A lot of families woke up differently.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And it's just so sad because, I mean, this isn't this, how many of these have we seen in the recent past?
I mean, Chief Randall Taylor said that this is the third time he's had to address the city of Indianapolis in this way.
And just our home.
That's sobering, isn't it?
It is 100%. And I know we have Phil Sanchez who'll be out in the field along with all of our other reporters.
Absolutely.
And so at this time, what do you want to say to folks that are just wondering and know exactly what's going on?
Be patient and be helpful, right? It's so hard to be patient when we're in pain. And I understand that. And I think all of our reporters and our producers and our managers, they understand that. And there's a heart to it. We're not just reporting on you, we're reporting on us.
Right.
You are us. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. And so, I've seen one thing about Indiana is that the hospitality is outrageous. We just were on the world stage for something completely different.
Yeah.
And the mayor even said that. He said, don't count us out because we perform well in those cases. And there are rock stars on the other side of things that we hoped to not have to shine through like this, right?
This.
So right now I've talked to a lot of our reporters. We're constantly in like different meetings, just trying to figure out, okay, how can we be serving the people the best? What do they need to know? How can they take care of themselves? I know that we're altering our entire 4 o'clock show to help people understand where to go from here.
And that's what we really want to do. How can we serve our community? How can we bring everyone what they need, what they want, what maybe they don't even know that they need, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big part of it. So you'll continue to see yourself on our air and online. And I think that this is a perfect example of why being a good neighbor, it's a responsibility that a lot of people don't understand. And that's actually why we do what we do.
It certainly is.
To be a good neighbor.
And girl, what I personally take away, I think, gosh, how lucky are we that we woke up today? I mean, I just think often we forget how precious of a gift life is.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that not all of our viewers and our listeners are people of faith, and that's okay. I am a woman of faith, and I know that a lot of people know that about me. And I spend my first 15 minutes every single day thanking God for the fact that I got a chance to open up my eyes. And, you know, a lot of folks, that means something different in the last year.
It certainly does. And likewise, I did the same things. What I'm grateful for, my little girl, it's just times like these, you got to really count your blessings and just think what's really important in life.
And be thinking about the people that are left behind.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people who just woke up and tried to go to work. They
That's
were
all
just
they were
trying to go to
do.
work. And they got there, something tragic happened, and now they have that to work through for the rest of their lives, and their families have that to work through for the rest of their lives. So this is the beginning of a very big thing for the city of Indianapolis, and we're working really, really hard to make sure that we have the facts around it, give those facts some context, and then go from there.
The trajectory has totally changed, but thank you so much for taking the time. I know we're all running around busy, but I was like, we got to get this out. Breaking news behind the 8, and that's what Wish TV does.
Absolutely.
So we'll, of course, keep you abreast of everything, all the new developments, 24/7, wall-to-wall coverage. Alexis Rogers, thank you for taking the time. Behind the 8, it's the All Indiana Podcast Network. I'm McKinzie Roth, your entertainment insider, and we'll see you next time.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network and Wish TV, this is Behind the 8 with Wish TV's entertainment insider, McKinzie Roth. Follow and subscribe to this podcast and discover even more great podcasts now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.